Alright, it's been a while, but I'm back. My name is Bo, and this is Digging for Bedrock. Now, a couple of things you may have noticed. I've got floor, and a couple of new machines. Now, a lot of this isn't new for those fans of the Feed the Beast, but basically using the tile, or the panel, or covers. Basically use a saw to do those things. But what I've got here is I've got a couple of items. Number one, an MFE. Two geothermal generators, and then a couple of regular generators, if I can get that out of my mouth. And an induction furnace and some electric furnaces. A singularity compressor, which is basically a compressor on steroids. And an extractor. And then on top, a rotary macerator. Again, just a macerator on steroids. A couple items over here. Number one, turns out in Feed the Beast, the old Enderman chest is just that. The vanilla Enderman chest does not do anything. You make one, you can't place one, except in a nice picture frame. So here's my reminder to always check the recipes before I decide to make something. And here is the Enderman chest that's in the game. And what's really cool is this tied in with something called an Ender pouch, which you probably are aware of, allows you, the user, to have access to your Ender chest. So, kind of cool. Gold chest and a diamond crystal chest right there. Holds more things, and the crystal part just makes it see-through. Doesn't really cost you too much, just glass and some obsidian, which is kind of cool, so you can actually see what's in there. And upstairs, I've gotten a little disturbing. I tried to do some in-floor lighting that I saw from, I think it was a Vintage Beef video, and he had actually gotten a tip, and I tried it, and in order to get this thing lit up really well, it turns out you got to put quite a few lights underneath, and it just causes all sorts of issues with my graphics card, so I had to take that out. I've done a little more editing on the terrain PNG, just so I know when I look over here exactly when these things are done. So I put some purple flavoring to them. So hey, why not? Oh yeah, a couple things there. Got a lovely little brewing stand right there, plus some supplies, and an anvil. And of course, my heads in my library. There's a skelly head, a zombie, regular one, and a very happy creeper. Because, you know, creepers aren't creepy until they're really happy. Then they're really creepy. So all my creepers have a lovely smile on their face. Now, I got some zombie around here just making all sorts of racket. I think he's further down. Pig. Okay. The doors, I've changed them up also in the PNG. I had windows all the way down, but it was kind of had something weird in the middle because it kind of breaks off in the middle there. Now, yep, got a jetpack still. And looking around, everything's pretty much the same here. A couple of things I've discovered. Number one, I'm thinking about doing some some wind generation for some energy. So I thought about doing that way up here. By the way, at a certain level, your jetpack just stops working. So, wow. Friendly neighborhood. Have a nice trip. Boy, I bet I wonder how far. Oh, he probably fell in water, so he's probably alive. But the other thing I was working on is a soul shard. And, you know, it turns out you can't use this soul shard to make other soul shards. That was my plan, and it didn't work out so well. So for some reason that's not working for me. So you have to do this the old-fashioned way, or there was another thing I heard, you could actually make other soul shards out of things that are out at all times, like pigs or sheep or chickens, and then use that soul shard combined with the skelly soul shard. That's fun to say several times. And you wind up getting a combined increased soul shardness of it all. Couple of things with the jetpack. You get a little glitchiness, so yeah, I'll have to admit up front, I kind of noticed that there was an abandoned mine through some, well, X-ray vision, you might say. And then there's over there's a spawner temple, and that's the best I can come up with for a name. And basically, it's like a 3 level. It's a 3-level thing that actually has spawners on each level. And it turns out if you kill a spawner, that allows you to get like 200 kills on your soul shard. So if it's the one you want. Now let's take a look here. Yeah, the idea up here was I was thinking was to do some crazy wind generation stuff. So like a wind generator there. And I thought, wait a minute. What happens if I made those like MFEs? And then from the MF... Really? So I was going to... Loud. Very loud. So I was going to make all these MFEs all around here. And by the way, if I had them up here, this rain would actually be giving me like a bonus, like I think 20%. If it were a thunderstorm, Q thunder, no. If it were a thunderstorm, it would actually be quite a bit more. So that's something to think about. But one of the things is the higher you go, the more energy you can achieve. You do have to start worrying about equipment, because it turns out cables can only withstand certain levels of energy. And the other issue is if you put cables in that you know aren't going to fry, the glass fiber cables, those cost diamond, and yeah, that's kind of expensive. And I've heard people say that before in the past. That's really expensive, and I've never really got it until I thought about this project, thinking, how long would it take me to get that much diamond? So, this is kind of still here that I might do. I don't know. Still questionable. And away we go. Weird thing is, the jetpack still works. It just doesn't work at a certain height. Weird thing here also is you notice no noise. Way up there when I'm standing, noise. Up here, no noise. Let's go tour. I've fixed my issues with the, well, that thing, you know, that deal, the portal to the nether. Yeah, the last video I did, I was talking about having some problems with my nether, and it turns, that just sounds funny. It turns out, back up, turns out that the nether, I had some things going through and causing me a headache, so I wound up putting glass and a door in, and so that way it'll keep some things out. However, I have had a zombie appear or two. Now, right down here, as I have my chickens, let's go listen to the rain a bit. There they are, lovely chickens. And I got that idea from watching Anders. I'm sure someone else had done it before. And here you could hear my cheaty little Enderman stand, because what I'll do is I'll come in here at night and I'll do my little 3-stand thing here and entice them over by looking at them. They're such proud things. And yeah, occasionally they'll smack you, but most of the time you just kill them from on the top of the stand and get their ender pearls, which, you know, I do. And what else? Let's see, I think, oh yeah, let's actually go in here for a second, because it turns out I have found some things in the nether. So, hopefully I won't die on camera. Oh, bad idea. Bad idea. Sheesh, really? Yeah. First reaction, see something, hit it. Happens to be an Enderman. Not my best move ever. So yeah, apparently Enderman can actually get into the portal as well. So yeah, that's fun. I'm going to have to go ahead and seal that top part off. Something I was thinking I would probably avoid. But looks like with the Enderman in there, it's going to cause me trouble. Let's see if I can lure him through the gates. Open the door, run in, there we go. So I'm going to see if I can lure him through the gates. Maybe he's going to kill me right away. Dude's wearing my stuff. How much of my stuff did you grab? Oh man. Do not really want to kill you. Man. Because once you kill one of these guys, they frankly go nuts trying to kill you. And he's actually got the better weapon. But he does have my stuff. So, Enderman Tour, Enderman Tour. My Nether Tour got cut short because I gotta let those guys forget I ever existed. Did I get all my stuff back? I think I did. So yeah, what I was gonna show you was that I found 3 of the Nether fortresses, and that's where you find some of the blazes and the really tall. Oh, geez, can't believe I went blank on what those skeletons are called. Yeah. So anyway, found 3 of those things. I actually set up a mine for the blazes on one of them. It's not really anything fancy, just a little protective dugout, and you let them come to you as they're near their spawner and just whack them until they're dead. It's kind of a, hair-raising event whenever they start shooting at you a lot, but it's easy to do. So yeah. As you can see, the motif in this room, that it's the kind of creepy room, especially with him smiling. I love that. Got my whole potion section, the enchantment section, and back over in this corner, whenever I eventually get to the Thaumcraft, I think this is going to be my Thaumcraft area. I do need to put down my Soul Forge. It's how you make your soul shards. And what else? Yeah. Oh yeah, and if you haven't noticed already, I got a purple bed, I got a smiley creeper, I got doors that don't quite match, and yeah, and if I ever get a dog, it'll have a different color. The main reason for all of that is because I am just modifying the PNG file that can be easily found within the Minecraft bin folder. I think it's the bin folder, and making it kind of my own personal thing. By the way, there are many people who do these things, and then basically the texture pack people, so if you do it, understand, you're changing something they did. And so yeah, I basically just changed some stuff that, well, I think were pretty much normal stuff. But at this point, rambling. But I did want to put a video together and just basically say what I've been up to, because I've kind of gotten a little bit ahead of myself in making all this stuff. So I just want to kind of catch up and talk about some of the things. I'm trying to think of what I got in there. A ton of marble, as you can see here, just stuff I'd already had. Lots and lots of ores, and not very many of the actual processed ones. A couple of things I've been using. Made a drill. It's out of juice. And yeah, I don't have any coal. That's kind of worrisome for me. And more sorted stuff. And there's this beehive here, which I'm gonna get to, I guess, at some point. But let's see. That one was probably the hardest thing to build. By the way, turns out when you hit that little thing right there, that industrial blast furnace, with a wrench, and let's see, I hit it with both wrenches. This does nothing. That one actually destroys the industrial furnace. So just be careful. I haven't found out what I'm supposed to use on it, so I had to make another one. And yeah, let's see. Let's go downstairs and see what's down here. Now I used the turtles, made huge holes, lots of them. Didn't take that all the way down because there was the oil in it, and I thought maybe I'd use that. And so over here, I've got my skelly spawner that I'm going to be making. And it basically can shut those soul cages down with redstone at a certain level. Level 1, it apparently does not work. And also, weird thing at level 1, they don't just spawn continuously. You have to be near it like a regular spawner. So my energy supply just bubbling away down there. I've not put any pipes in to start pumping it up. I've just kind of sat it down there and fly back and forth buckets. Not the most efficient way of doing things. I'm just now figuring out some of this pipe stuff. There's the void pipe, the obsidian pipe, the wooden transport pipe, and I got to go get some cactus so I can make some waterproof pipe. So eventually I can start pulling those liquids up. But yeah, that's kind of what I've been up to. This is, you know, rainy day server. And don't have really much going on with the animals over there. Trees wise, meh. So, that's kind of been it. And I'm hopefully, my goals are to sort out the power issue. But by the way, a bit of the word about the technical issue, because I kind of made this whole thing about the game, and that's not really what I've been kind of wanting to do. This is actually about me producing things and being able to talk about how it works and the production value. And so one of the things that I was challenged by in the very beginning was lag. You know, I kept basically really having issues with just walking around without actually getting my frame rate to drop. As you can see, sitting at a very comfortable 60 frames per second. And that's about what I'm reading on the fraps as well. And the biggest issue, those lag spikes I was actually receiving was from the hard drive I was using. Like I said before, I was using a 3.0 USB hard drive because the one I had ordered, my SATA 6 gigabytes per second hard drive, did not work right. So I finally got it back, put it in, and basically everything went way smoother. Now, I understand also that an SSD drive makes things so much better, but dang, those things are so much more expensive. All right, now I've got a SSD as my main program software hard drive, and for storage, I'm using still SATA, and I'm still using those USB 3 hard drives for backup. And yeah, so basically the lag issue was really pretty much left to, at that point, hard drive problems, getting stuff downloaded to the hard drive from recording. And let's see, sound wise, yeah, sound's coming out real well. The very first when I started, I had some sound issues about, I was getting a reverb, and that was just a simple setting on Fraps, that external mic thing. Just clicked that off and it worked out perfect. And what else was there? Oh yeah, Optifine. Oh my gosh, Optifine and the Feed the Beast did not work at all. And I see some of the guys using Optifine who are having no problems, and I'm not sure if that's a texture pack Optifine issue or what that might be, because I know that Generic B and B00, they actually use Optifine and have not had trouble. However, Etho from Etho's lab, he had to take off Optifine. So that was kind of something I noticed from watching their videos. So yeah, technically, I think everything's working pretty smoothly. Now it's just about playing the game and having fun. The next thing I'm going to do, of course, is start focusing on the other channel that I'm trying to set up and start working on, and that's the physics videos, and really trying to get that kind of hammered out on what I want to look like. So basically, that's kind of where I'm going with it. And I think at this point, you know, I don't think those pigs have probably forgotten about me, or the pigmen. Kind of tempted though. Let's see. Before I go over there, here's what I'm going to do. Put this inner pouch in action. Start putting away some stuff. So, oops, can't do it from this menu. Now, this basically allows me to have access. See if I can get back in there. In fact, I may do that last. See if I can take a couple shots at some skellies. Alright. Oh good, it stopped raining. Thank goodness. Hover mode is excellent for that. Oh, my aim is just off. Oh, that. Wow, he knocked me way up in the air. Not really. Take some of that stuff back. All right. Now, I don't know if they'll forgive me, but just in case they won't, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use the ender pouch, place everything I have in it. That way everything is in there. Now I'm not going to put it up there, because then if I actually get killed, I can go back and just try to get that back. Or, you know, if I can't make it back, then I can always get the stuff I have back in the chest in there. So, let's see. Oh, almost forgot. Almost forgot. Some items I definitely don't want to lose again. Because it turns out I've lost these things, a lot. A whole lot. So I'm going to place them in here for safety. Now, off we go. I don't hear any baddies. No one's mad. No one's killing me. He's still in here. This time I'm going to leave him just well enough alone. Take that out for dealing with gas. Don't have a lot of juice in here. Alright. You forgive me? Okay, I think all's forgiven. Yeah, off that direction. There are 4, maybe 3 nether fortresses. And yeah, by the way, before you actually ever come out here, the very first thing you should do is get a jetpack. I wonder if he's trying to get to me. Well, he seems mad. Yeah, I think I'm hoping he forgets me. So yeah, get a jetpack before you come back into the nether. Now here's the problem. You have to come into the nether to get a jetpack, because you need that stuff right there. Luckily for me, where my gate was, it was just right straightforward, so I was able to get it. But once in, if you bring a geothermal generator and a bucket, you've got endless supplies of energy. The other thing that's kind of cool is you can also use the little pouch and hook it up through a generator. And alright, he came out. Yay, good job. And he went back out. Okay. Basically, I'm hacking him off at this point. Yeah. So anyway, you could use a pouch to make this, well, recharging station, as it were. So you just basically put an MFE, and see if I can find him. No. You can put an MFE next to a ender chest with a thing that'll pump it into the MFE, and then you put another ender chest next to that, and so it'll then pump the item out of the MFE once it's charged into the ender chest, and then you can just pull it out of your bag. It's kind of cool. So I'm going to try to make one of those in the future. Man, I got to slow down. In the future, I'm going to try to make one of those. Man, this is getting longer and longer. Okay, at this point, I am pretty much well caught up. Here's my things that I'm going to shoot for in the future. In this particular game, I got to get power sorted out. The first and quickest and easiest solution is getting these things charged up with lava down below, which I'm going to use probably ender chest and pipes to just pump it in here, and then that way this thing has a supply of energy. I'm basically trying to make steel. I need to build basically an industrial centrifuge or grinder so that I can make titanium, because my ultimate goal, the thing that I really want to make, is basically, let's see if I can find it from here. So I'm going to use this, hit the U button because it shows you what you use it for, and right there, that's what I'd like, a quarry. And as you see, a quarry needs one of these things, and one of these things is just a mining drill. Let's see. Yeah, actually, I think I could make that. Nope, that's the drawback. I need the titanium. So in order to get the titanium, I need to do some more machine building, and that's what I'm going to basically work on doing, is trying to get all that stuff set up. I did, by the way, figure out what these things are, and if you already have a chest full and you want to make more room, just do an upgrade. You don't have to move anything, so it's kind of awesome. And yeah, I think I will call that the actual episode. And hopefully I will see you guys later. And by the way, when I say you guys, I've got at this point 1 subscriber, and you know who you are. You're cool. And yeah, I'll talk to y'all. You know who you are. Later.